important topic and something I think people really undervalue. Everyone's like, what is the secret? Like, how do I actually go and renovate for profit? How do people actually move from their day jobs to renovating full time? Like, what's it all involved? So we've spent the last few weeks doing a deep dive into each stage of growing your renovation expertise, therefore, and creating a business mindset around renovating, therefore looking at it like a numbers game, and therefore being in a better position to quitting your day job and going to do it full time if that's what you really want to do. It's not everyone. Not everyone wants to quit their job, and it's actually pretty easy to go and get money off the bank or someone else if you have your job. So I'm not saying to do it straight up. There is a process, but really the key to anything, or to anything in life, I think, is just to be resilient. Just stick at things, be patient, just understand that it's a process. So today we're going to take a little dive into that. Let me know if you're here. There's a couple of people on, I can see, and others coming through. Feel free to ask me questions, guys, on these lives. You're really welcome to do that, or to comment. It's fine. Otherwise, it's just me talking to the camera, which is a bit weird. Something I never thought I'd be doing 10 years ago. All right, be resilient. Here we go. Patience. Have patience. Like the Pantene ad says, it's not going to happen overnight, but it will happen. So the first year, if you're really keen, notice I've put the word motivated in here. The first year for motivated people, lazy people probably aren't going to get stuck into renos and probably aren't going to get good results. So motivated people. I didn't write experts there. I didn't write superb, intelligent people, or people with already a big crew of builders, or someone who's done interior designs. I just wrote in the first year, for motivated people, you can expect to turn over somewhere between 50K and 250K in that first year, based on anywhere between 1 and 3 renovations. So I think that's pretty cool. And when I speak to people, and I speak to people a lot on the phone, I ask them, how much would it take for you to quit your day job? And a lot of people will say to me, oh God, Belinda, $50,000 would be amazing. 50,000 extra dollars in my bank account would be amazing. That would help pay down the loan. It would help I could replace my old car. I could take some time off. So, and go on a nice holiday. So there you go. So that's the key. And yet there's the other part of it where people don't want to start. They seem to think that I'm not going to do it if it's not worth it for me. It's really, I have the best conversations with people. I really like getting inside people's heads, and they like getting inside mine. So I think, okay, what do you mean by that? Like, what is worth it? I think we need to stop thinking that we're going to make $1 million in our first year. Yes, it's possible. Anything is possible. And renovation, is my favorite way of getting there fast. It's possible, but is it possible for everyone? Oh my God, there are so many variables. It's where you're starting. It's how much time you're going to pop into it. It's what kind of deal you buy. It's how many you buy. It's whether your significant other is on the same page. It's whether something gets thrown up in your life that's going to prevent you from taking massive action that year. There's so many variables, guys. So I hate to promise it. But here's the truth, and this is what I see happening inside our group every year. Motivated people will pull between $50,000 and $250,000 in their first year renovating, based on 1 to 3 renovations. So in their second year, for motivated people, they will start to pull $250,000 plus, because they'll be able to take on larger projects. They've accumulated some funds. They've become better at what they do. People around them trust that they're able to do things. So people around them will start to offer them money to go and start a deal in conjunction with them in some kind of profit share basis, or they'll just lend them money and want a little bit more in return, an extra 10, 15 or 20%, whatever. So other people's belief in renovators changes in that second year. First year is just hone your craft, be patient. That's what it's all about. Come out winning financially so it feels good, and so that everyone gets it in your family and in your friends group. Okay, that's what she's doing or he's doing. Second year, I would love you to be aiming for 250K or more. One of our ladies pulled over 500K when she really got stuck into renovating as she started to progress. Not in her first year. Actually, it wasn't even in her second year. It was in her third year. She started to pull some significant funds. So be patient. I know everyone's after a get rich quick scheme, and there's so many things around. I see it advertised. Create your $1 million life, $1 million this, $1 million that. I mean, what does the term $1 million even mean anymore? Everybody in Sydney is a millionaire right now, or, you know, Melbourne and larger capital cities where property's done well. So that what, I mean, I can't stand that term millionaire. What does it even mean? So first year, get started, start to earn a solid income. Second year, then create $250,000 or more, because you'll be looking for specific deals to deliver that outcome. By the third year, if you're renovating 3 years in a row, you should have built your team. You should have easy access to reliable finance. People will offer you money to go and renovate. They will offer you deals. They will know about you. And you should have proven systems. You'll know exactly what tiles to put where, what kind of bathroom to put in, where to get your vanity from, where to get the discounts, how much you should pay. You'll understand the whole real estate game by the third year. You'll be on the fly, and then you can do multiple projects at the same time, because don't forget, on site, you'll have a builder, an electrician, a plumber, various other people. You can be doing one renovation where, particularly if you don't have all of your money in the game or in the property, you'll have one renovation going where your builder's on, and then he's going to finish and move on to the second property that you've got, and your plumber will go and do their thing. The plumber's already done the fit out, and then, you know, like, honestly, you just have people lined up one after the other. You have your crew, your team. They love you because you've built a relationship with them. So by the third year, you should have this cracking. But I think you know, I hear a lot, oh, yes, I'd like to be a millionaire in 1 year. That's great. Pick the right property, do the right kind of renovation. Yes, it's possible, but it's not possible definitely if you're not motivated, and it's more likely to happen a few years down the track in reality. But the thing is, most people overestimate what they can achieve in a year, just what I was saying, but they underestimate what they can achieve in a decade. I totally love that by Tony Robbins. I think he's really got it sorted. Wow, we have these impatient feelings, you know, we just want things to happen so fast, and we'll chase silver bullets. There'll be somebody will say something about crypto and we'll be distracted and we'll go and do that for a minute, and somebody will say something about something else and we'll go, oh yeah, forex trading, let's go and try that. Like, oh, just pick something that you know has a proven history of working for people and the majority of people. Something that you really understand. It's tangible. You can see it. You can see the results. You see a property down the street from you that was unrenovated and it was cheap. And then you see it when people actually did the renovation and sold it for substantially more. It's not difficult to believe in renovation because it's all around us all the time, and people's results are very, very easy to track. But people overestimate what they're going to achieve in the short term and forget about how cool a strategy like renovation is if you've applied it for 10 years. Like 10 years in 10 years, I don't even want to put a number on how well motivated people can do, particularly motivated people who are already starting with good incomes and good and in a good equity position. But when it gets down to it, here's the other thing. A lot of people judge people who are successful in a certain field and think that they must be brighter than everybody else. Or they do really, really well because they're brighter, or they do really, really well because they had a lot of money behind them, or their partner works with them, or whatever. Or they're an interior designer. Oh my God, I should go and do an interior designer course before I start to renovate because that person's doing really well. Look at the standard of work they're producing. I don't like anyone to think like that. Honestly, I am not the smartest tool in the shed, but man, I have a big engine. And I think that persistence, not intelligence, will win all day long. I've looked at my kids. I look at people around me that have done really, really well in business. And it's all about this. It's about sticking at it no matter what. It's about sticking to the one game plan, not being distracted by other stuff that may or may not work, but all it does is just, oh my goodness, it just delays your progress. Procrastination by chasing other stuff just delays progress. So stick at it no matter what. Understand that there will be difficult days. In the renovation space, let's be real, some days suck. Most days are pretty cool. When you really get a great team together and you get your system happening, the days get easier, and those difficult days, there are fewer of them. But there are days where you'll turn up and you need to have a conversation with a tradie that you don't necessarily want to have, and you have to get in the car when you're in the car and suck it up and put yourself together and work out how you're going to approach that particular conversation, because it's important that it's done well. But there will be difficult days, but things get easier over time. So it's all about the patience. Managing people has its ups and downs. So we have the product, the property itself. We have all of the people we have to manage along the way. Real estate agents when you're buying the property, tradies when you're on the property, real estate agents at the back end again when you're actually selling the property, and all of the people in between. So managing people has its ups and downs. You're dealing with things and personalities. Always refer to your milestones or goals, whatever you like to call them. But I actually like the word milestones. I use that here and there because I think that goals change a lot. You know, like it's not like you're going to just hit one goal and then that's it. I just think you want to be, by the end of your year, you want to aim for that 50,000 to 250,000. You want to have that written down as your milestone, and then you can tick that one off, and then you're looking for your next milestone and your next milestone. So refer to them all the time to keep you on track and keep your spirits high. Celebrate the wins, reward yourself, do something really nice. It matters. Every time I have a really hard sprint in business or on a property, I will do something like, I like to float in those float tanks. Like I just completely zone out, put the music on. I wear a cozy because I say to the guys, you are going to have to come and wake me up because I'm just going to go to sleep for sure. But I completely zone out. It just turns my head off. Or a nice holiday, like whatever you enjoy, and you can completely get out of your own headspace for a few hours a day or a couple of days. So reward yourself with something like that, something trivial that has meaning to you. And, you know, this was in last week's slides as well. Keep going, like bit by bit, brick by brick, project by project. You are just going to grow. And nothing you do or experience along the way is a waste of time, and it's all part of the journey. So just keep going. Never, ever give up. I spoke about this the other day. Once upon a time, I went to the bank for a loan right back in the early days. I actually went to the police credit union, and they said, oh, Belinda, you and your husband, he's a mechanic, you're in the police, you don't earn enough to go and buy an investment property. This is our first property. And we got back in the car. My husband said, oh, that's it. You know, we just can't borrow the money. And I thought, I did the opposite. I fired up. I thought, who are you to tell me that I can't get money for a property? And I kind of sat there in the car and I growled, grr, grr. So guys, I just encourage you, just never give up. There's always a way, always a way. And, you know, be resilient. Be resourceful, look for opportunities, look for other ways, never take no for an answer. And I thought of this children's book, mainly because I say quite often, people say, you know, you've done pretty well, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, I know I have a big tank. I know I have a big engine. I have the ability to keep on going. And I have the ability to ignore things that are setbacks in anyone's language, and just understand that they're part of the journey and the learning, and take from those setbacks and then just keep moving forward. What's my next right move? What's my next right move? I want you guys to do the same. So do you have a big engine or a little engine? It doesn't really matter. But I remember this book from when I was a kid, The Little Engine That Could, and the words always going up that hill are, I think I can, I think I can, I think I can. I know that makes me really old, doesn't it? I don't even know when that book was written. But guys, you know, that's it. That's key. Be resilient. Be just prepared to go that extra mile, and just keep saying to yourself, I think I can, I think I can. You don't have to have everything sorted. You don't have to know it all. You just get started, and a lot of the stuff just unfolds for you, and then you're dealing with bits and pieces as you go and as you grow and as you learn. But yeah, it's not how much you have right at your fingertips. It's how resourceful you are. It's just making those phone calls. It's reaching out to people. It's communicating. And you don't really need superior finances to do that. And you definitely don't need superior intelligence to do that. You just need to keep going. So that's it, guys. And I think it's probably underrated in the property space. A lot of people just go and buy property. I know that there's so much to it. I love people's stories, and I talk a lot to people, and I find out what's behind their ability to either move forward or not move forward. And I think that being resilient, or at least setting that up as a major goal to improve your resilience, is enough to get going and to get really good results. So come and join me if you want to, and work with me inside Renovate and Real Estate. We are all about a holistic approach to real estate and renovation. I love renovating. I love flips. I love it when people quit their day jobs and do property full time. I also believe that renovation is one of the strategies, and one of the strategies that can move you ahead very, very quickly compared to a lot of other property strategies. But in the end, buy and holds will make you deeply wealthy and create a world where you can give to the next generation and the generation after that. And I think that's super important. So keep following at the Mums and Dads Renovators and Decorators group. I know that you're enjoying these weekly lives because I'm getting messages from you, and I really appreciate the love. If you'd like to speak to me at any time, you can on this link here, or my offsite at Penny, or any of the team at Renovate and Real Estate. We're all the same mindset around helping people and how beautiful property is in order to create that vehicle for wealth creation. So thanks, guys.